The superstars of Fan Control Football Season 2.0 are not only the who's who of celebrity team owners and influencers, not the 21 million live views of our Emmy-nominated broadcast. Across Twitch, DAZN, Fubo, NBCLX, Peacock. Or our highlights that scored over 100 million views. And we can't forget best-in-class sponsors. But the biggest star of Season 2 is our play calling app that allow fans to control the action on the field. Fans pick a team, pick a play, 4 run plays, 4 pass plays to choose from. The play with the most votes is called in real time.
We got it.
This is where video games and live action come to life. And now, Fan Control Sports and Entertainment brings you Fan Controlled Hoops, where fans call the shots. Coming 2023, the future of sports is here, and it's Fan Control. Power to the fans.
Are you ready for it?
Yeah! Welcome to Bozo Boys! The show, formerly known as the Fan Controlled Show, the official companion show of Fan Controlled Sports and Entertainment, your destination for sports of all kind, controlled entirely by you, the fans. I am Jeff 2Ns1D Cannata, and I am joined by some of my favorite Bozo Boys. It's Josh Macuga, and it's Patrick Dees. What's up, fellas?
What is up? That Bozo Boys title has got such a good mouthfeel. It's not only fun visual, but saying Bozo Boys feels pretty good.
I feel
pretty
like
excited
if I had
about
to
that.
pick
And I will say,
one fan-controlled title to just stay forever, that might be a contender. That's a real contender.
it would be. Yeah. And I will say,
It's so
me
good.
with hair
It's so good.
and the red nose,
Oh.
I think it would be better without hair and the red nose. I think I look more bozo-y without hair.
Hey, Josh, you got real
I
quiet
know.
between pre-show and now. It's like your microphone's not working or something.
It's overrated.
Yeah. Anyway, we got a big fun show for you. It's gonna be a good time. Is it working? No, tappity taps.
It is going to be a good time, and I'll tell you why, Jeff, because I am overly caffeinated. Talking about my caffeine problem before the show, I stayed up all goddamn night playing Diablo and am dragging today. So I've overcompensated all day, so I'm feeling really good. I would say about the 3:33-ish mark, I'm headed for a real strong crash. So if I fall asleep on stream, just yell at me. Dees! Get up.
Luckily, we're only doing an hour today again, so maybe Diesel will make it through. We'll see. But that Diablo, it's a little addictive. One more,
Dude,
go round.
It melts time in a way that, like, I have not. Typically, if I was playing Jedi Survivor, the game before this, and I would spend an hour, and I know, look, I played an hour and a half. I feel like I got a good meaty session in there, but like I'll look up from this, and it's 1 a.m. last night, like 1:30, and I've been playing for like 3 hours, and it's been years since I played any single game in 3 hours, and it is just a wild, very fun game.
Freddie's asking what class you play.
I'm playing a barbarian. So I
Nice.
played the paladin in the last one, which I like that mix of magic and that up close and tankiness. So yeah, I'm enjoying it. I'm playing an upheaval build.
I'm playing Druid,
Oh, cool.
which is fun. I like the Druid in Diablo 4 because usually the Druid is portrayed as like
You look
touchy
Druish,
feely,
Jeff.
crunchy, nature lover.
Yeah.
Usually they're sort of wispy and but in this one, Druids are like beefy boys.
He's a monster.
It's like a
Are they
linebacker.
boys?
Yeah.
He's like a linebacker.
Yeah.
Can you guys hear me? Is it sound any better?
Yeah, you
It's
sound
still
good.
quiet. We can hear you, but it's still quiet.
What the? Oh,
I don't know. You sounded great in pre-show.
I know. What the hell is going on here? Our pets' heads are falling off?
Our pets' heads are falling off. Very, very underrated line in that movie. The other one I think that I go back to would be, it feels like you're running at an incredible rate. Do you remember this? When they were like running at the car, and then
You're already annoying me.
the 7-Eleven when he walks out and he says, "Big gulps, huh?" No.
All right.
See you later.
Take care. How do I sound now?
Celeste.
Is this better?
Great.
Is this better?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
You sound good.
Fine.
You guys, listen. I'm playing a road game. Okay, I'm in my brother's office, At least there's still Pittsburgh memorabilia in the background, guys. You know what I mean? We still got
That's good.
It's true.
a signed Sidney Crosby jersey.
One would say it's still a home game.
That is correct.
Yeah.
Guys, I have big news in the video game world. I played a video game last night, and it was very on brand. Can you guys guess what game I played?
I know, so I would be cheating. Come on, you got this, Jeffrey.
Come on, Josh.
What type of game would Josh be playing on purpose?
A drinking game?
A video game, dumb.
That is the right answer. You said on brand? I know where I'm going.
I'm trying to think of Pittsburgh flavored video games. I don't know.
Come on,
Great Grand Theft Auto Pittsburgh.
No, I played PGA Tour 2022.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
All right. Cool.
And I got to be honest. Well, my brother smoked me, but it was super fun. I forget how much I love video games. Like, it's so fun. Like, I was thinking about it all last night. I think I'm going to buy a console. I'm just going to buy a PlayStation. I'm going to buy PGA Tour. I'm going to get really good at it. I'm going to start a PGA Tour streaming channel on Twitch just so I can stream with Jim. And he does Grand Theft Auto. I do PGA Tour. You guys do Diablo Peppers. And
I love
bing,
it.
bang, boom.
That's great.
Yep.
You could go on tour with PGA Tour. You could be the PGA Tour.
PGA Tour. Yeah. Yeah.
You played one-on-one? You played against your brother?
Yeah, it was a match play. Yeah.
Awesome.
And we played the course that they're playing today for the U.S. Open, which I do have a quick Josh Birdie themed U.S. Open thing that we're going to play a little bit later, just for you guys, just for you dudes.
I know Zapper's owner Bobby Menery is at the U.S. Open today,
of course,
having a good
LA.
time. Yeah.
Listen, the best part about going to golf live is really not seeing any golf at all. You just go to one of the hospitality tents. All the booze is free. You black out, and then you try and get a hospitality car home. That's pretty much what live golf is all about.
And the one in Phoenix, the Waste Management Open or whatever, they also have the bird cage at night. So it's like the goal is to stay sober enough that you can get to that on your own power and then get blackout drunk. So it was kind of this balancing game. What's the hole that they have at the Waste Management Tour with the famous one where you kind of heckle and it's the 16. Rowdy one? It's so good. It's like, I don't understand why that's not 16. The whole course.
Well, that would cost about $30 million to build a stadium to stadiumize a course.
# worth it.
It is.
Yeah,
weird. I can't think of any other sport where, maybe you guys can correct me, any other sport where when you go to watch it live, you only get to watch a tiny fraction of what's happening.
Like a race? Well,
no,
if you watch like a marathon.
Well, yeah, maybe that kind of a race, like a real distance race. Like
there they go.
The Tour de France, they're like, all right, well, we saw that part.
Well, now there's a helicopter that follows them the whole way, or like a drone that follows them the whole way.
It's so funny.
Live.
I went to the U.S. Open one year. I actually managed to get tickets for my dad for Father's Day.
Oh, such a good son. Such a good son.
Yeah, it was awesome. I'm not into golf, but it was so fun. I took my dad, and it was several years ago now, many years ago now. And Tiger was, rocking and rolling. And but it was weird because you kind of like stop at a hole and you're just like, well, who are we gonna get? Who's coming up? You don't know. There's stuff happening all over the place. It's not necessarily here.
That's what I will say. It is one of the few sports that going live, watching on TV is 30 times better than going live. Like watching golf on TV is a million times better than going live. That's why fan control golf makes so much sense, really and truly, is because you can you don't going live to a football game. You're stuck. You're right there. You can call it whatever you want. Basketball, same thing. Hockey, same thing. All the sports that are in stadiums. Golf, you walk a billion steps. You see all of 15 shots, unless you go to the 16th hole or like you stay at one hole all day and just gamble on group after group after group. That's like the only way to really.
It's the weirdest thing. It's like, it's weird that people even go to it live. It's kind of weird, right? It's like, you are getting a tiny fraction of what's going on right now.
The only reason to go is for the energy, right? Like I feel like even watching I go I don't know, every NFL season I go to a game or maybe two, right? Like very rarely. And I always go to be part of that moment, but like watching the NFL at home also is orders of magnitude better. I mean, even just with the advent of the yellow lines. And I think that was a lot of the thinking that went into fan control sports, is that like our audience is the digital one, and we're going to lean into that as hard as we can and create all these ways to watch it that it's it's for the digital fan.
Hell yeah.
Just real quick, if you're tuning in and you're not aware, you can decide what the show is called. We're not just called Bozo Boys all the time, although it applies.
Regrettably. Yeah.
It applies. You get to decide what we're called next week. You can suggest names for the show right there in the chat if you're watching us live here on Twitch. And at the end of the show, we'll put up a poll and you get to vote. Whatever you decide is what we're called next week because you're fans and it's fan controlled. Also, we got other shows. Go ahead, Josh. What?
No, I say, yeah, good work, Jeff. I was just going to say good work. I was just going to give you a good work.
Or just a real attaboy. And look, I know the lion's share of people catch this much later on podcast services around the world, but it is awesome to see folks like Freddie Airmail, Ruthless Kitty, Woody the Duck, our boy Peanut, like a lot of folks that are catching this live. And I just want to say I look forward to this moment every week to hang out with some really good folks.
Like golf, is that a benefit showing up live? You know?
And that's how it's done, man. Like we're just watching greatness. It was like just being Bill Cartwright watching Michael Jordan. You know what I mean? You're like, okay, I mean, I'm here, but that bringing it back, like that's legendary.
Speaking of bringing it back around, Josh, you were talking about inventing sports, and my understanding is you have invented a sport.
Yeah. Okay. So here's what happened last night. For those that don't know, my brother has been battling cancer for the better part of the last 4 years. And so he's got some of the greatest edibles that any one person could ever have. Whether they're cannabis or mushrooms, they are so much effing fun to do. And I would do them anytime. And so last night we were playing the PGA Tour golf and we took an edible. And then I came downstairs because he was going to sleep and everybody's going to sleep. And I'm high as all hell. And I'm like in this office and I was like, you know what? I keep thinking about like when our app is finally ready and we can go live on not like on game days, obviously, but like on non-game days, myself, Leighton Batiste, you guys do some like fun sports. So like, you know what? I'm going to invent a sport. Okay. Here's the sport. It's called all ball. Are you guys ready for it? It's called all ball.
Okay? All ball. Okay. I mean,
all ball. Now
so ready.
It's a cross between like Quidditch, dodgeball, and handball. And it's played on
Quidditch isn't real, right?
Yeah, shut up, Jeff. Okay? I know. It depends on if you're a muggle or not, you douche. Okay?
Incredible.
Okay.
Yeah, fair point.
So, thanks, BC Line. I appreciate that. So basically what it is you have that's 3-on-3, right? And you have a row of balls, like you would dump, but any kind of balls that you want, Jeff. Testicles. No, I'm kidding.
I'm down one. I could use that. Well, so wait, are they different size balls?
Yes. So you've got like as long as they are soft.
Okay.
Because you're throwing them at each other. So you could have like any random kind of balls, tennis balls, racket balls, basketballs, volleyballs, soccer balls, dodge balls, soft dodge balls, big dodge balls, any of those balls that come in the bins at like Target that kids want, right?
No,
like
any
pool
kind of
cues. There's no limit as to like size and kind, as long as it's not like an actual baseball or like a ball, a lacrosse ball that could hurt you. Okay.
Sure. Okay. Nothing to weaponize.
Now it's an enclosed. No, correct. It's in an enclosed space. Now you can't go past the 3-point line. Okay. So the game is played in the middle of the court. And there are targets along the wall. Like you could have one of those giant chess pieces. You could have a hoop. You could have a random pole. You could have any kind. Like again, fans can choose and place targets all along the baseline. Okay. Now, fans are picking which ones they want to get hit with the ball. Okay. So they're worth more points. The first team to lose all of their targets loses. The first team to like knock them all down wins that game of all ball. Now, fans can obviously choose like which ball is worth more points, which thing is worth more points. And the other thing is so let's just say there's 20 targets. We haven't gotten to the point where I don't know how many targets there's. When you get down to 10 targets, you lose a thrower. So a guy has to come off or a girl has to come off until there's one thrower left.
Is it we're taking turns or is it just
real time?
Just rifling. You're just trying to stop targets. And it's a fast-paced game, so it's like handball meets dodgeball meets.
How does one play defense? Like how do I?
You got to stop the ball. You got to stop.
Oh, literally. So I'm out. Like so, my length it plays a pretty good, I have a huge advantage. I got a 7-foot wingspan. I'm just blocking 100%. All of this shit. Okay.
Yeah. Right.
Okay.
So, my first comment is. Hard to believe you were stoned when you thought of this.
No kidding. I love the whole thing. When he said, there's a random chess piece and a... Okay, buddy. Okay.
But I actually think that sounds kind of fun.
Cheese smearing.
You know what? And you could sort of test that out pretty easily at home, right? It doesn't require a lot of
no. And all ball courts can come in all sizes. Like, let's say you wanted to play in a soccer field, you just can't go into the goal box.
Yeah.
Right? Like, as long as there's a portion where you can't go in, and if you step in, it's like pickleball. You get a penalty. You got to step up for a minute, whatever. But it's like it's round robin, so like best of 3, best of 5, because it could go really fast. It could go really slow, depending on how many balls are being thrown around. Right. And you can use balls to block stuff. You can collect balls on your side to keep balls away from everybody. Go ahead.
Am I running up to the chess piece and grabbing a ball that's lying there?
Yeah. If it goes behind you, you got to be able to go back there. Yeah.
All right.
But you can't cross the other team's threshold.
It feels like dodgeball, or I'm not trying to hit people. I'm trying to hit things.
Correct.
Yeah. That's cool. I'm into it.
Yeah. Okay. So we put this out to the fans, and they came up with other games as well, and they all happen to end in ball. So there you go. Our buddy Nerd E comes in with close ball. It's similar to a lot of sports like horseshoes and stuff. You have a ball, in this case, a bumpy, misshapen ball, and you try to toss it and land it closest to the stick. Fans can control like adding terrain, different bumps, if the ball to change how it lands and rolls, even choosing where the stick is. So it's sort of like oblong bocce. Oblachi.
I like a blotchy.
You like a blotchy.
It's catchy.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah. What do you guys think of? Okay.
What's it called again?
I like playing bocce.
Okay. Dees?
Yeah, I like bocce. What's it called again?
It's called
close ball.
It's called close ball, but I think we would change it to oblachi.
Oblachis.
Got it. It does have a branding problem, but it sounds fun. Yeah. And it also sounds like one of those sports that gets better the more inebriated you are. Like that sounds great. Like if I'm Stone Cold Sober, not happening, right? I'm probably not playing
Oblachi.
No, I'm not playing Oblachi.
That's how you spell it. Oblachi.
Oblachi. I like this. Have you guys ever played bocce on the beach? I like playing bocce on the beach.
Yeah, of course.
Yep.
It's great. Yeah, it's great.
Good stuff.
Okay, second one comes from our buddy Freedom Fighter. We had a sport growing up we called banjo ball. Using croquet mallets, you hit rubber dodgeballs at each other in a free-for-all manner, where if you got hit, you're out. Blocking with the croquet mallet is allowed. Many black eyes were had as a kid. From a fan-controlled element, we could have fans control the arena location, throw out more balls, or even have them hurl dodgeballs from the stands themselves as an added element. This sounds dangerous, but could be a fun element to add to all ball.
I want to know where he grew up. I mean, I feel like that's a West Virginia sport, right? Like you're like, I'm just hanging out. Let's get some mallets and I don't know, let's swing them. I love it though. That sounds like a game I would. And you know,
firecracker ball.
Yeah, exactly. 10-year-old me loves everything about that game. You know, black eyes and all.
Freddie Earmel says you should have your own brand of edibles called Josh Rooms.
Oh, those are good.
That's pretty.
I like that. I like Josh Rooms.
He's just joshing, guys. Just joshing around.
It's good.
Joshing.
It's good.
All right, and then finally, this one comes from our boy Peanut. Shockingly, he's calling this peanut ball. It's basically tackle baseball.
Tackle baseball.
If you hit the ball and either the ball gets caught or the ball gets thrown to the basement and tags, you're out. Or you get tackled, you're out. You can prevent yourself from getting out by using traditional football methods like stiff arms, trucks, spin moves, etc. How you can fan control it is controlling substitutions, calling what pitch the pitcher throws, calling what type of swing the batter swings, power or contact, and have one random fan come across from the stands and tackle the base runner, or if a fan along the foul ball line catches the ball in the stands, it's an out. So you would have like a designated fan that could tackle players. I kind of like tackle baseball. I'm not going to lie.
I mean, it's not far away from how we used to play kickball when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Wait, how did you play kickball?
We just smeared each other. You know what
I do know what you're saying. That sounds way more fun than the kickball I would play. We'd ask for the pitch. They'd be like, I'd like baby bouncies, please. And then you'd get some lame pitch, and then you'd kick it to Phoenix, and then you'd just run around the base. Like, smearing each other sounds way better.
Yeah. You guys ever play kickball with the drunken kick where you get to the base and you have to put your head on the baseball bat and spin around in circles?
Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
Whose idiot idea was that?
You?
Drinking doesn't get me to throwing up quick enough is the premise there.
Yeah.
It's like, I need to figure out a way to puke quicker. Yeah. What? That's just dumb.
One of my,
I was at the park with my daughter and my niece. Go ahead, Patrick.
Say there's a bit of a lag on your end, I think. So one of the co-founders here, Saurabh Farudi, he talks. He's got two younger brothers. and they talk about the game that they would make up. Ironically, West Virginia boys had a lot of time on their hands, pre-internet. So as three boys that are close in age, they played a game I think they called Survivor, and it was one from one end of the house to the other, and you've got to sprint. The person sprinting has no idea what's inside the house. The other two guys are there to create death traps. So literally like saran wrap and slime, and then like gauntlet or what are they, like a pendulum type swinging shit, and you have no idea. So you run in, and the only rule is you have to run in at full speed. So always it was like the door would be saran wrapped, and they would just clothesline and just eat shit. And then if you get to the end, you get a point. So scoring's pretty simple, and eventually somebody would just quit because they were just too injured to keep going.
The winner is 1-0. That's every time.
I just wish they had it on video. I feel like that'd be a smash, a viral hit right now.
Well, for a while, I think we were all basically sending each other any kind of weird Instagram video of a weird sport when it's like, we can fan control that. And I think my favorite of them, and this is a real sport. Well, there's two, and you guys, I'm sure, are familiar. One of them is combat juggling.
Oh, yes.
A real sport where people have to maintain juggling, but also hit each other with the pins. Awesome. Amazing. And you're trying to disrupt someone from continuing to juggle. Perfect. Incredible. And the other was car wrestling, where they start seat belted in a car next to each other, passenger seat, driver's seat, and then somebody says go, and they have to try to pin the other person inside the constraints of a car.
I would have been a medalist in this growing up if that had been a viable sports option for me growing up. A car jiu-jitsu is one of the things I might be best at ever. It is awesome. It's incredible.
I think Jay says, car jitsu is just
car jitsu.
Yeah. It's basically like a John Wick scene.
Yeah.
Yes.
Or it was like a road trip with my brother and I, like 2.5 to 3 hours in.
Correct.
It was just like, hey,
let's go.
Hey,
the end of every jiu-jitsu match is just somebody saying, "Don't make me come back there."
Yes.
I will pull this car around.
That's the bell. That's the ending bell. Like it's a ding, ding, ding.
It's my dad reaching back, like, quick, get out of it. The what's it called? I think that some of these sports, if we combine them with all ball, besides tackle baseball, I think we might have like a legit situation here.
All ball is like the tofu of sports. It just works with anything. It takes on the flavor of any other sport.
Correct, Jeff. Correct.
The tofu of sports.
Yeah. I was
not
inspired.
A compliment.
No.
You tried tofu?
Tofu is horrendous, but
fine.
But easily put in places.
That's the point. You put it with anything else, it's fine.
Yeah.
Again.
I was watching this show Primo. Have you guys watched Primo on Freevee/Prime Video?
No.
Highly recommend. It's a family. What the fuck just happened? That's everything.
The power's going down. He said it was an away game. They're turning off the lights. I'm sorry, Josh.
You don't have to go home.
Your time is up.
Here.
That's good.
You still sound great.
Yeah.
Okay.
But just on command, like on cue. You sound great.
Oh, there we go. I'm back. There we go. No, but the show Primo, I highly recommend. It's a family comedy. It's slapstickish. It's awesome. It's
Primo?
awesome. But they play this. Yeah, Primo.
I will watch this.
Yeah, it's 8 episodes or 10 episodes. It's incredible. It's one of the best comedies I've watched this year by far.
I really
love
next
to Jury Duty. It's the best thing I've seen.
I love Jury Duty. I really love the other two, and it has a new season that
it's so good.
I love that.
I need to see that. I need to see the other two.
You will love it, Patrick.
It's so inside Hollywood. It's yeah.
My favorite thing about watching Josh right now is you guys. Did you watch How I Met Your Mother? You remember Barney Stinson from that show?
Sure.
He would be like, "It's legend. Wait for it."
Yeah.
Dairy. And that is very much like watching Josh right now. He'd be like, "It's incredible."
Is that my internet?
Yes. A little bit.
We're not missing anything.
No, it's coming through.
It's just awesome pregnant pauses.
Really, I'm on the edge of my seat.
Yeah. Thank you. Well, I do have, if you guys are interested, I have a real quick Josh Pretty for you.
Oh, I'm down. I do want to point out Freddie Airmail in the chat said the show name, The Tofu of Sports, which I had pretty strong show name.
Solid.
Like keeping his streak alive.
I I think that adding this our guest to this as well could work because on our show Back to Work on Mondays, I make Leighton Batiste listen to me talk about golf for 3 minutes every show, and he just zones.
He starts
out.
a clock.
Yeah,
he's like
zones right out. So let's have him zone
I just get
out.
on my phone.
I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. I'm on my phone. But and if I can't answer, I get on my phone. Okay.
If you haven't watched, I think you should leave. I cannot recommend it enough.
You guys didn't know you were watching the Driving Crooners, did you? You didn't. You had no idea. Ladies and gentlemen, the guy that will let me talk about golf without listening, just like my wife, it's Leighton Batiste.
Leighton! Welcome, buddy. Yeah, there it is. There it is. Yes, sir. Welcome, man.
What's up?
Oh, good to see you, man.
Good to see y'all. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, you sound great.
Yeah, we're doing good.
Good.
Okay, so here's what I did. I as Leighton, have you ever played Josh Birdie? Have you played?
I've played
in the show before.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's fine. It's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay.
How dare you? How dare you? Okay. So, as Leighton knows, I just force feed golf into Back to Work on Mondays, and this Monday will be no different after a major championship this weekend. So, the U.S. Open in golf is being played in Los Angeles this weekend. It's the second to last major of the year. And so, what I did, because I wanted to give Jeff a little bit of help in this Josh B round.
You need it.
So these are either golfers that are participating in the U.S. Open or top real estate agents in the Bay Area.
Amazing. This is amazing.
So you have to give me real estate agent or golfer in the U.S. Open.
Okay. And just, I know Leighton never really played this. The key, Leighton, is when you have no idea, go really confident in one direction. Just like own it. You're 1,000% sure. It helps you win, as I've demonstrated plenty of times.
But it makes you feel a little better.
Yeah. Just,
That works.
yeah.
That works.
All right.
Yep. Now, if you guys could all keep your own score, since there are 3 of you, I'm going to ask you a name. You got to say real estate agent or golfer.
All right.
And then, keep your points. So, okay. So here we go.
Leighton's going to cheat.
Our first person up is, God damn it, is Greg Lynn. Greg Lynn.
Are we all answering, or are you asking?
Yes, we'll start with Leighton. Greg Lynn, is that a golfer or a real estate agent?
Golfer.
Patrick.
That dude hit 2 birdies last week. I was just out of control. I think he's a golfer.
Hit 2 birdies.
That's right.
Okay,
That's
He's a golfer.
Yeah.
Jeff, go ahead.
Yeah.
Fashion birds. I'm going real estate agent.
He's a Hufflepuff, and he hails from...
He is a real estate agent in the Bay Area.
All right. Leighton and I 0 for 1.
1-0. 1-0-0. Up next, Brian Harmon. Leighton.
Golfer.
Patrick.
Yeah.
He's a golfer. He always wears the sweater around his neck. He reached
Brian. For a prop.
Yeah. He's a golfer.
I'm also going golfer on this.
Golfer. You guys are all correct.
Yeah, righty.
Brian Harmon, he's a lefty. There you go.
I like to show Harmontown.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. How about Luke List? A listing agent, perhaps, he's a real big lister of real estate.
Why is he pushing that side? That's
I don't know.
That makes it weird.
I'm going
Right?
golfer.
Golfer?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go real estate agent. He's like Stormy Daniels, like all of the weathermen, how they have the name. Yeah. No, he's the listing agent. Yeah. Well, no, Stormy Daniels is not. Sorry, I was top of mind. I was thinking about 45 earlier today, and the myriad problems he's had legally, and Stormy Daniels was top of mind. But you know what I mean, right? Like it'd be like
it's like Christy Canyon, weatherman.
Oh gosh.
What a pull, Jeff. What a pull.
incredible.
Ooh,
Stormy
that's
Daniels.
a classic. It's a classic vintage porn star.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. So,
all right.
Leighton is going golfer or real estate?
I am going real estate agent.
He is a golfer.
Oh!
He's a golfer.
See, he's playing the mind games, Jeff.
He's
leaned into it, and we just zagged.
I thought, I clearly can't take the glass in front of me. I don't know.
Also, great reference.
Thank you.
All right. How about Nate Randall? Nate Randall. Layton.
Agent. I wouldn't allow somebody with that name on the golf course.
No, they don't. Literally, it's a no Nate's rule in the PGA. He's a lister.
Yeah.
I'm going
Agent.
golfer.
God damn it.
Ooh, we're looking for a real estate agent. Real estate agent.
Yeah.
Nate Randall.
Come on, let's go. I'm on the board. I got 2 points.
my lead.
Let's go.
Okay. How about Paul Haley? Paul Haley.
Paul Haley.
Yeah. Layton.
Paul.
Chime in the chat if you have an idea of.
Yeah. I'll go golfer.
Golfer. Patrick.
Yeah. Also a golfer. Smashing birdies left and right.
Golfer. Always
I'm going to
smashing
go
those
real
birdies.
estate agent.
Oh man, we were looking for real estate agent.
Oh!
No. All right.
Okay.
Two more. How about Neil Ward? Neil Ward.
That just sounds like a golfer's name. Like, come play the back nine, Neil. Like, all right, guys. All right, guys. Like, I'm not buying a house from a guy named Neil, but I'll play golf with him.
Neil Ward.
I am in the Bay Area. Neil knows his shit around that area. He knows where the good school districts are. He knows where the good property values are. Neil, I'm buying a home from you, Neil.
Hey, you want to steal? Talk to Neil.
Yeah. Look at that. Writes itself.
I'm going real estate agent.
Yeah, agent.
Neil sells you houses. He is a real estate.
No, I want one
You
from
want to
Neil.
steal? Talk to Neil.
It's so good.
And
So good.
finally,
Well, how's like I not hired you yet?
Roger Sloan. Roger.
No, golf.
Oh, I'm going to say right now, both.
Oh, that would be good.
I'd be mad if he was both. I'll be honest with you. I'm going golf.
Golfer. Layton. Patrick.
Yeah, I'm saying golfer too. He's got a bit of a Shooter McGavin vibe. It's like Sloan was here.
Okay.
I'm going real estate agent. Sloan seems like
Get your loan from Sloan.
from Roger Sloan.
Yeah.
Whoa. Get your loan from Roger Sloan. Guys, Roger Sloan is a golfer. He is
Yeah.
a golfer.
Shooter McGavin.
There you
That's a good
go.
point.
Now, the name that inspired this was a guy by the name of Hank Lebioda. What do you think? Do you think Hank Lebioda is a golfer or a real
Well, if
estate?
he inspired it, it's got to be a golfer.
Yeah. He's on 2K
That's true.
PGA.
He's a golfer. Hank Lebioda.
feel like
you played him in PG.
Cruising real estate agents in Bay Area.
You played at 2K yesterday.
But this is a brilliant.
Yeah, that's very good.
I think one of your best. Ever.
Did we tie?
Thank you.
How'd we do? I had 4.
I think I won.
Yeah, you crushed us. That sounds
Yeah.
right.
I forgot I was supposed to be keeping my own score, but
Well, thank you
I
all
think
for
that's
playing,
right.
Josh Brady. I appreciate it.
that was a blast.
Freddie
as
Airmail with
usual.
a show name Neil Estate. Neil
Neil
Estate.
Oh my god, that's so good.
There you go.
Yeah.
Leighton hates puns. He's a big pun.
Oh,
hater.
man.
Really not.
Why is he hanging out with us?
Well, hey, I kind of forced him to, if that makes any sense. Yeah. So there's your Josh Brady, and we also have a Dees Loves the List. Do you guys want to do a Dees Loves the List?
Yeah, let's do it.
Damn right I do.
Okay. Hold on. Jim isn't back there anymore. Jim's internet died, so I have to do the thing. Hold on one second. Talk amongst yourselves. Dees Loves the List. Dees Loves the List. Okay. Wait, hold on.
I love
Okay, here we go. Are you ready?
So ready.
Jeff, are you ready?
I am ready.
Leighton, are you ready?
I'm ready. Locked in.
Drivers, are you ready?
Start
All right, Patrick, start your engine. Here we go. Dees loves a list. Dees loves a list.
I love him.
Jeff, you're supposed to chime in there at the end.
I am. I thought it was decent.
Yeah, him too.
I
But then
love
you got to
him.
do the down. You got to get the baritone in there. It's like I want my
I
tune.
want my baby back.
I want my DZ list.
Okay.
Patrick Dees list.
like-
Dees loves a list. He loves a list.
We're like every viral video the first month of COVID where it's like, we can still do music in 4 boxes.
Yeah. Hey, does anybody want to pay $30 to see the cast of Wicked do a Zoom together? Welcome.
Imagine all the people.
All right. So here's what I thought. Again, I was inspired by weed and video games last night. Is your five favorite sports sounds?
Yeah.
Okay.
I love this topic.
And if you're in the chat and you want to give us like your favorite sports sounds, and mine might be a little esoteric, if you will, but everybody's got some of their favorite sports sounds.
He's gonna be like Josh is gonna be hyper specific. It's like when Pittsburgherson caught that one, the sound of the ball in his hand specifically as he wanted to. Yeah, exactly.
It's Ben Roethlisberger saying,
"Thank you,
I always loved you, Josh."
I love that ubiquitous sports sound. I love you, Josh Macuga. We all know it.
There might be some of that, guys. Not gonna lie. Okay,
incredible.
Because it's his listicle. We go with Dees.
Ooh, all right. So I've got a list of honorable mention we'll get to afterward, but I think number 5 is going to be the hockey horn. The when you score a goal for me. I played a lot of NHL 94 back in the day. That noise is just ingrained in my head. I scored a lot, if you know what I mean.
Oh, the Penguins were good in that game.
Yeah, damn good. Yarmir Yager, lights out. Come on. So hockey horn's my number 5.
Leighton.
Mine is from I can't what game it was, but Texas versus Oklahoma. Texas kicker's last name was Dicker. So he kicked the game winner. The announcer said, "Dicker, the kicker." So that's one of my favorite sports sounds.
That's great. I love the specificity.
The sound bites is different for me than sports sounds. But all right, I like it.
Did not do sound bites.
No, I didn't either. Really cool. That's a good list, though. We could do sound bites sometime.
But I like sound bite. It's a sports sound. It
is. My 1 through 5 would be Bart Scott going, "Can't wait," over and over. My 1 through 5, I would just be, we're done. It's the best. It's the best quote of all time.
Dees, I was at a bar in Detroit where you had this game called Foaling. It's like football bowling. I don't know. It's crazy. Watch the show. It was on Travel Channel. Anyway, they have an air horn inside the bar. They have a hockey horn.
Oh my God.
A ship horn.
That's incredible.
And everybody's like, they're hitting the horn. And, like, and then she's like,
I just go to drink. I go to drink.
Yeah.
Nightmare.
Exactly.
Nightmare.
They also had something that was really cool. They had a beer vending machine, and it was all mystery beers. And all the beers inside were $3, and you could get like a really good one, or you could get a crappy like Busch Light. And I did it the whole night.
I think that's gangster. I know. I would spend $1,000 of that just to see what I got next. We went to there's a bar in New York where you go and you would order like an emotion. So you'd be like, I would like, and it would be a custom cocktail. You're like, I really like love and like a little bit of acceptance or whatever. And then you just describe some shit. And then they come back and they make a custom. They're like in like beaker. They've got beakers and like overcoats, and they give you your custom cocktail based on how you like to feel.
It's like that terrible restaurant in LA called Cafe Gratitude, where all the meals are like, I am grateful, I am thankful. And then you get the bill and you're like, what did I get? I think you had the I am thankful. I was like, I don't know.
No, you got the I am broke, man. Are you saying that's quite a bill, but everything there is delicious. And look, there's the play for killer tofu, right? Like that's all I get at Cafe Gratitude. It's like,
and I'm allergic to everything there because they put nuts in.
Oh, it has to be.
Everything.
Yeah, right. You're a vegan nightmare.
Yeah. All right, Jeff, your 5th favorite sports sound.
So I suspected there was going to be a lot of overlap in these lists. So I kind of decided to try to go a little outside the box.
Smart.
My number 5 is like a really strong, powerful strike in bowling.
Yeah, I've got that on my list too.
Oh, yeah.
Just freaking explode.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep.
Have you guys ever noticed on like some of the obviously most bowling alleys now have the TVs and everything, but they clock your mile per hour of your.
I love it.
I love it. And I'm constantly trying to throw it as hard as I can. That I told Leighton this. I split my bicep. I tore my bicep muscle throwing a bowling ball as hard as I could.
It's kind of a badass.
So one time I threw it like 24 miles an hour with a 12-pound ball, and those bowling pins exploded like. It was unbelievable.
It's incredible.
Like people in other lanes were like, whoa. And I was like, yeah. You're welcome.
I've been here for 3 hours trying to get that.
My number 5 sound. Yeah. My number 5 sound is, of course, the golf clap.
Okay.
I should have
Freddie Airmail in the chat says show name a vegan nightmare, which is also very, very strong.
It's pretty good. Just Samola, put it in there.
So clutch.
All right, we're at number 4.
Is it me?
Okay, Dees, number 4.
Yeah. Again, probably higher on some of your lists. There's a lot of overlap, but I think that killer golf drive, like where you hear it, you feel it, and it's just like, especially when you've got the club in your hands and you just know. It doesn't happen to me a lot, so it's like really special. And I was like, oh, you just hear it. I love it.
Especially if you're like in a corralled wooded area. Like the reverberation through there. Oh man, I think that's one of the reasons Top Shot is so popular, because like that sound, everybody that's sitting there feels it. You're like, oh, I want some of that. Totally. I one time was at a driving range and I was ripping the ball. It was like one of the greatest driving range days of my life. And this little kid comes over and he's like, "What's your handicap?" And I was like, "I'm like an 8." And he's like, "Oh, I thought you'd be better."
The kid's a legend.
Yeah. All right, Leighton, you're number 4. Your number 4.
It would have to be the train horn for Atlanta United and Falcons games. So when we score, they let off the train.
Oh, I like that.
Oh, it's again, specificity. Okay. He's very good at this list thing. Really Can we get Leighton to come back?
Yes,
I already like him more than you, Josh.
All right, here we go. Leighton loves the list. He loves the list. He loves them. Jeff, or do I go? Or Jeff goes?
Either way.
Jeff, go ahead.
Okay. My number 4, I love this sound, guys.
Okay, let's go.
Field goal off the upright.
The doink. The doink.
Yeah.
The doink.
The doink.
Off the upright. You're like, oh, is it going to go? Is it going to make it? Doink. Especially when it's the team you're rooting against. That is the best sound.
Yeah, I was so funny. Like, I feel like I conflate that sound with heartbreak. Right, like it's always like when it's like again. I'm so like I hate that sound. I'm like, oh my god, it's just so many times when it's been right there, and
they always have it mic'd so well, and you just hear it. It's so great.
Yeah,
they do.
It's Jay Spacely in here. A buzzer beater swish when the home crowd is silent. Water slide in the Marlins Stadium. Hate the Marlins though. Freddie Airmail, the Iowa State Cyclones tornado siren.
Yeah.
Whoa,
that sounds awesome.
The roar on strike 3 to win the World Series. Yeah, I'll give you that one. Well, my number 4. And it's like my favorite thing. It's why I go to hockey games is I hope for overtime, because when they score a goal in overtime and they win, there is nothing like the celebration of a hockey goal in overtime. Like moms are like, kissing other people's husbands. Like it's insane. It is the best. People are I mean, it is awesome. Just the best. Okay. Number 3, Deezy.
I had the strike, the bowling strike.
Oh,
just feels good. Yep.
Leighton Batiste, pride of Atlanta, Georgia.
Number 3, a home run. Like the sound, like when the bat, it has to be a game winner, like a walk-off home run.
Yeah,
you hear the ball hit off the bat, and then the stadium just goes crazy.
Yeah. Wooden bat with a ball. That is a great sound. You're right.
Really is. All right, Jeff, you're 3.
My number 3. I mean, this is people have already mentioned it, but it bears repeating because it is a beautiful sound. This could have been my number 1, honestly. Okay. Is basketball hitting nothing but net.
Yeah.
Just it doesn't even matter when in the game. If it's inconsequential, it doesn't matter. Just that that sound of hitting nothing but net. Love it.
We're talking about it, so I'm just gonna go ahead and spoil it. That is my number 1. I don't think it's even close. I think it is like that and everything by a country mile. Just that like all net, especially when you're the one shooting it and it leaves your fingertips. I think I tweeted about this like 6 months ago. Like when you leave your fingertips and you just know, you turn around like that Steph Curry shit. Like you just know, that is, and nothing feels better than that.
So satisfying.
It so really good.
Is. It's pure. My number 3 is the hum of a baseball game on the radio. Like when, there's very few sound. Like, as soon as you turn on a broadcast that it's a baseball game. Because it's just like, like it just has the hum. It's got it's very like distinct hum.
Yeah,
you're right. You're right.
I can. Man. That's my grandpa listening to the game.
Porch baseball. Ruthless Cutie, the sounds of hockey fight and ice skates on ice. I do like that.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, totally.
Yeah. Oh, Freddie Airmail, that AM radio buzz. Yeah. All right, Leighton, you're number 2.
It would have to be going to crowd noise, but like a college football game, prime time, just that noise of the stadium in the background was really good. Love it.
Yeah.
Hey, I want to mention real quick, show name poll is up for voting.
Vegan Nightmare is not in
the tofu of sports, bashing birds, Neil Estate, and a vegan nightmare. So
strong. Is that Ruthless Cutie pulling that together?
Yeah.
Incredible job, Ruthless Cutie. You're the best.
The best. Okay, number 2, D. Wait, no, we just did.
So we did 3. We're on 2. So a little twist on one that we've talked about, but it's not the crack of the bat. I totally dig, weirdly enough, that college baseball ping, where they get it into the stratosphere. You're like, what is it? Ping, ping.
Yeah.
I love it. Not even a big baseball guy, but there's something so fun about that. And I think it's because you hear it less frequently. I'm not watching a lot of college baseball, but just love the pings. Love it.
Agreed. Leighton.
My number 2.
Yes, sir.
Number 2.
Yeah, it was the crowd noise of a college football game.
Oh yeah, we did him first.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. You said yours. Okay. Oh, my bad. Jeffrey.
Mine is just a real. I mean, honestly, this is not great for safety, but a real solid hit in football. You know.
Yeah. That was on my list. Yeah.
When you go, oh,
yeah.
You heard it. Feel it in your bones because you heard it.
Especially in season 2.0 when we were inside Pullman and you'd hear the floor go bam, and then you get that vibrating in your chest, and you know the hit's coming because it's this kinetic energy buildup, and bam, it's just nothing like it. Crazy.
Brandon Silvers hears that every night before he goes to bed.
I guess he closes his eyes.
Cherry running.
Yeah.
And
it's that thing that they do in the broadcast where it's like, we're going to show you the replay, but we're going to leave the sound on, because you have to hear it. Love that.
So good.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right, my number 2. You said driver, Dees. I say the pure iron shot. It's just like a whoosh. Like it when you hit it, you feel like you hit a golf ball, and the sound the mic picks up on it. It's just, I don't know. You know it. It's what I said. I made the ASMR that we posted on the fan controlled socials. It's just like that sound of like hitting a pure golf ball over and over. Oh man, yes,
incredible.
All right, finally, your number 1.
I love all these. It's the swish right off the fingertips, just nothing but net. Just
I've been working on my jump shot for fan controlled hoops, and I'm starting to do the Bill Cartwright, like way up, and then just a flick of the wrist, just like beer pong.
So
because my jump shot from here is really bad.
You got it up there,
up here.
So true story. So like for a minute, on Outlook, you can change all of the sounds that like Outlook makes. So every time I would press send on an email to feel accomplished, I would have the Call of Duty leveling up noise that every email. So I was like crushing it every day, and I tried with the swish. It didn't quite work. Every time you press send, it's like. I'm like, no, it doesn't feel quite as good, but it's you don't want to wear it out, right? It's so special. You got to earn that swish.
You know what I like more than the swish is like a really hard bank shot, like bank in. No?
Yeah.
No?
Like from
I wouldn't put it on the list.
This is the
I wouldn't put it on the list.
In the glass.
Yeah. Bank's open.
Bank's open.
Game.
With my jump shot again, it's a lot of way up.
Right.
Because Leighton and I were watching videos of Sean Livingston jump shots from the mid 2000s. I was like, damn, this guy is good. He had a freaking shot. Yeah.
For those keeping score, like I don't think we've ever brought up Bill Cartwright in the history of the show. That's twice today we've talked about it. Twice. Didn't have it on my bingo card, but
I want to thank everybody for being here for the Bill Cartwright fan cast.
We all have to put a big soul patch right here. Jeff, you've already got the Cartwright. You've already got
I have the Cartwright.
Yeah, you did. And then, okay, Jeff, your number. You said number 1.
I think we need Leighton first, right?
Leighton.
Number one.
Similar to Jeff's number 2, it's when the crowd, everybody in the stadium says "ooh" after a big hit.
Yeah.
Oh yes. Oh, that's a great one. Yes.
Really bad hit.
Yeah, that's a great one. Yeah. Really, really good.
It's Jay Spacely said, "Oh man, the sneakers on the court. My favorite sound, probably now that I think about it. The squeak. The
squeak sneakers. I didn't even think of that, but that would totally have made my list. That's great.
It's important. We've thought about it in FCH. Again, we're gonna have the court mic'd, so like we're gonna really amp up the sound of the sneakers. The court still sounds similar to that of like hardwood. So
yeah.
And then somebody asked in the chat if we could have a bank. The bank is open. The cha-ching every time we make a bank in fan control hoops, and I am putting that down.
Done.
So good.
Peanut FCF. The drip drip drip. Sound of a pit stop in car.
Yeah, that's good. That is really good.
Those guys are magicians.
Yeah, that's really good.
Great.
Oh, people came up with really good polls.
They really did.
I really wish I'd thought of the squeaky shoes thing because that is so satisfying. My number one is kind of boring. I just couldn't not have it be number one. It's just the roar of a crowd, and it's that thing, specifically that thing where like you went into the other room to grab some more chips and dip, and you can't hear the announcers. You hear the roar, and you're like, oh, something good, something happened. I know something. There's a big play. There's a big something. Yeah, I love that. Like, the audio cue told me I need to come back and look at the TV.
Okay, so I'm like 11. I'm at Three Rivers Stadium, okay? And we went to the bathroom at the wrong time, and you hear this roar of the crowd, and this guy's like, what happened? And he peed on his buddy next to him in the trough, in the trough. It was one of the funniest things ever. Like, dude, you're peeing on me. Oh, did we score? Oh, like, it was awesome.
What happened? I'll tell you what happened.
Yeah.
Peed on
You're buying me new pants.
I think we have a new list for next week. Jay Spacely, burning rubber is definitely my favorite sports smell.
I was just going to, it's a great
We got to do sports smells.
It's a great topic. It's a great.
Yeah. Okay. My number one is it goes along with like your guys' hit and the like the ooh from the crowd, but it's like the mic'd up grunting when they like get the guy like snap and it's like and it's like nice hit.
It's fun too, yeah. When they like the mic'd up is like, hey, fun quip on the sidelines. Oh, are you going? And then it immediately cuts to
bones breaking, internal bleeding.
Totally.
The sound of a punctured lung. I've got like a tennis grunts was on my list for like a minute just for a hot second. Yep.
That's the tennis grunting.
It's the best.
I could put Omaha.
Man, that was good. Good.
Yeah,
sounds, guys.
Great. Dees loves the list. Great episode, everybody. Fun times. We're doing these a little quicker, and it goes by so fast, but it's fun. Thank you, Leighton, for joining us. It was a blast having you on.
Thanks for having me on.
Awesome.
And it was, again, as always, like I know, again, the vast majority of people that catch the show catch it much later, but it's awesome. The crowd that shows up for this live every week is so cool. So good seeing all you guys in the chat.
Stalwarts who are always here. Thank you for being here. And it looks like a vegan nightmare is going to run away.
Let's go.
Yes. That's my new nickname. Vegan
Living our vegan nightmare.
Nuts. He won't touch them because he'll die. We had this. I'll leave you with the story from the only time I went to Cafe Gratitude. Clearly, I was there for a birthday party.
Larchmont?
Yes, the one in Larchmont.
Okay. Oh, I know it well.
Yep. Our waiter was like 6'4", 110 pounds, clearly a vegan. And because they don't clearly get enough protein, they're not eating enough food, but just eat some meat. Okay. And yes, I'm attacking vegans. I'll go right ahead, Jeff. I'll take you straight at the knees, dude. I know, I'm kidding. I know you like meat. And I was like, hey, so I'm allergic to nuts and poppy seeds and sesame seeds. I was like, is there anything on the menu you recommend? He's like, I probably recommend you don't eat here.
Yeah, he just leans in. He's all, you're fucked.
I recommend that McDonald's right down the street.
Yeah, there's a Jersey Mike's on Hollywood and Highland.
So the people watching at that Jersey Mike's is unparalleled.
Awesome. It's Mark Ellis every day.
It is wild set of people. It's like the Rite Aid down the road is like Rite Aid, wrong people. It's the best.
All right, Jess just yelled at me to switch the banner. We're back every Thursday, 5:30 Eastern. There you go. I switched it. Is that good, Jess?
We're back.
Look at that. Every Thursday, 5:30 Eastern. Holy moly. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being with us. We're having a great time. The Bozo Boys riding off into the sunset. Next week will be called a vegan nightmare because you decided it and it's fan controlled. Thank you. We'll see you next time. Until then, power to the fans.
Power to the fans.
Wait, hold on. Keep talking. I forgot. I have
power to the fans. Power to the fans.